from the top.
I'm Mark King.
Oh, we could have used it as a blooper, and then you ruined it.
We're bibbity boppity pooping. All right. What's up, cunts? I'm Andrea Allen.
And I'm Lizzy Cassidy.
And this is Respectfully. God, I love it.
I love it.
Respectfully.
I love scripted parts.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
We're getting
we're
fast
so
and
natural.
loose. We're so natural. I made a mistake this week.
Yeah.
I made a lot of mistakes in stand-up recently. Here's the thing. I'm not getting booked very often, and I'm only getting booked on novelty,
Gimmick
embarrassing.
shows.
That's how you know you're doing badly, when you're like, I have 2 naked shows and one where they throw a bucket of slime at me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's so much you're doing badly as much as it's like they are buying what you're selling.
I know.
Like you go on stage and you're like, "What's up, freak pig sluts?"
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, "Hey, we have a freak pig slut show. Do you want to do it?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever is the energy that I
Yes.
put out into the world.
Yes.
And I had a week where I had 2 naked shows back to back.
See, you say naked shows like everybody's gonna be like, "Of course,"
Yes.
but that's not what it. You have to say like you were doing stand-up comedy fully nude, which is something I would rather eat a loaded gun than do.
No. And I'm like used to it now.
Oh, this is like one of our favorite games.
Yes.
Would you do this for
Yes.
a certain amount of money?
Okay. Yeah.
Or to get all your hopes and dreams,
Mhm.
or to live.
To live.
As in you either do it or you die.
This is usually used as a way of seeing how hard it would be to sleep with like sleeping with someone.
Yes, 100%. When
So
we meet a person that we don't like, we play this game to decide if we would sleep with them. So for you, doing stand-up comedy fully naked is like $50.
At most. And I'm taking public transport there.
Yes.
So deduce that. Write that off on my taxes.
Yeah.
It's like $46.50.
Right.
God.
And for me, it's to live.
Yeah. This is where
You
we
would
diverge.
have to have a loaded gun pointed at me and be like, take your clothes off and tell a joke. And I'd still be like, is there anything else I can do for you?
Also, I'm almost always like one of the only women on the lineup.
Yeah, duh.
It's just weird guys and me being like, there's moments when you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
And always when I'm like quietly taking off my clothes next to some fucking loser.
Yeah.
in like a
because
weird-
it's not you and hot guys.
No.
It's you and guys who look like melting candles.
No, I know.
And the fact that they look like that is the joke.
Yeah.
And then you go out there and you're like regular hot
Thank
doing
you so
stand
much.
up.
Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I'm a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
Filled with busted dudes.
Yeah.
Who are at their last grasp at relevance. And then, and so am I. Listen, you're the product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I'm spending a lot of time with clinically insane, desperate people.
Well, I spend all my time with you, so what does that say?
It's actually getting off on you.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're like a leper.
I know. I'm giving like sadness by osmosis.
yeah.
So I go to this fucking, and okay, you know when you get a producer who's like so excited and sends you like 17 emails?
Hate it.
Yes, so that's the type of guy, and he's so nice. He's wearing a blazer with no shirt, and
Pants?
respectfully, can't really pull it off.
Of course.
And I'm like,
Andrea, not for 1 minute did I picture him pulling it off.
not like a super hot queer Gen Z guy. No, like
Wait, but is he wearing pants or is he Winnie the Poohing in a blazer?
he's wearing pants.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
wearing pants.
I wanted him to be soft cock out blazer so bad. That's such an insane look.
I know. I mean, he also was wearing glitter just across his chest. He was like, you know when people wear glitter and they look wet?
Yes.
Yeah, so he had that. Like it was like fully wet.
Is this a straight guy?
Gay guy?
Oh, because I was gonna say straight guys cannot figure out glitter.
No, they really
They have no idea. They're putting it in all the wrong places and they can't like properly disperse it. So they just have like a hunk of gold on their nose and you're like, what are we doing?
I know, it's like Dollar General glitter.
Yeah.
Not like, no, this guy was lubed up like a seal. but he was not
slippery,
looking great.
like a greased pig.
Yeah.
You're just fucking wrangling him.
No, hey, nice to meet you. Whoa. It was so nice. So he had me like sign a book, and I'm like, I don't want anyone to know I was here.
Of course.
Much less like give autographs to nobody.
Yeah.
Who's this going to? Like,
don't know.
who's it going to? So he was really nice though, but there was this fucking weirdo guy who was like also running it. Again, 50 years old at least, and like respect to the aged, but like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and also like, don't you feel like you got tricked into taking your clothes off in front of a 50-year-old dude?
100%.
I mean, that's how I feel when I fuck them.
You're like, I can't believe I'm here again.
Yeah.
I thought you had money. This is an Airbnb.
Dude, this guy, I went out on a date with this guy recently,
Yeah.
and he showed up to the bar. Didn't tell me either of these things beforehand. Showed up to the bar and was like, I live in Germany and I have a 17-year-old daughter.
You're a serial killer.
Yeah.
You're a serial killer. You better be staying at a 5-star hotel.
And he wasn't.
No, that is
And I
criminal.
know because I went home with him.
You're sick.
Ah.
You're sick. My loserdom is going off on you, and
Yeah.
your loserdom is going off on me, and it's this
I know.
sick.
We're just spitting it in each other's
fucking
mouths.
ass to mouth, fucking bad life choice.
Yeah, we're human centipeding our lack of dignity.
So I'm taking off my clothes in the back.
Yeah.
It's not a green room, obviously. It's like a
Obviously.
closet. They have like a cooler with like, do you want a Mountain Dew? And I'm like, no.
It's warm.
It is warm.
Yeah.
Of course, they're like, let the ice cool it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I go up. The mic is not working.
Sure, why would it be?
Who cares?
Nobody is here to hear your jokes.
I know.
They're here for a freak show.
They are. And also I'm wearing big boots. You know, I wear like tall shoes.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like 6'5", naked, and bombing with no mic.
Nice.
And, you know, you kind of dissociate. You come out of your body when it's that bad.
Yeah.
And also, let's be clear.
I dissociate every time I'm naked in front of someone.
That's fair.
I'm like, this isn't me.
What about 40 people who aren't really excited to be
Again,
there?
eat a loaded gun.
Yeah.
I would dissociate so hard that I wouldn't wake up. I would just die.
Then the old man in the corner is lighting me, which to non-stand-ups, they like flash their cell phone and be like, you have a minute left.
Yeah.
Not only did he not subtly, he's sitting next to me on the stage, by the way. So he's not like in the audience in the back.
I'm like nauseous.
It's me and then this old man like 6 feet away from me in like a fold-out chair. And then
Is he naked?
No, thank God.
No, that's like a cuck chair.
Yeah, you're right.
Like he's just watching.
Yeah, he's just watching with his cell phone
Ew.
timer. Let me tell you, he didn't show the light. He had the he had an actual timer.
And respectfully, you're a light runner.
I'm a light runner.
So that timer's gonna go off.
I know.
You're not gonna get off stage when there's 10 seconds left and he can turn it off.
No.
It's gonna be a minute or two of
He's shaking it at me.
Well, because this naked show must run on time.
it's very important. There was one guy, and the comics were all very nice people, but like everyone was eating a dick.
Who cares?
Yeah, you're right. Why am I even saying it? Why do I care? I don't care.
What are you gonna compliment their bodies next? Who cares?
Well, here's the thing. There was one guy that was like jacked beyond belief. You know when you meet someone who's so jacked?
Wait, when was the show?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, never mind. I know someone who just did one who's like, he used to be a nude model.
Oh,
and he was
ooh.
like nervous for it. And I was
That's-
like, get in there, girl. You're going to do great.
Just shake your groove thing.
Yeah.
Shake your groove thing. Yeah, yeah. No, this guy was like army jacked. I know. You would have loved it.
I would have licked him.
I'm scared of army jacked people. I'm like, you're going to strangle me.
Yeah, no, I'm like, strangle me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to feel a little bit like I'm going to die while you fuck me.
Yeah, and that's fair. And
Yeah.
that's fair. That's why you went to a German guy's Airbnb.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do. You
he
know
doesn't
what I
have
mean?
a daughter.
He kept being like, I can't believe you're letting me do this on the first date. And I was like, well, you don't live in this country. We're not going to go on a second one.
He told you he had a daughter to lure you into a false sense of security, to be like, I raised a woman.
It did the opposite.
I don't kill them.
I hate every time I have to know that someone's dad is a pervert.
Dude, I've dated multiple single dads
Yeah.
in my life, and one of them, he lived in LA, and I went over to, I visited him. You know when you go to visit someone that you're dating and you're there and you're stuck in their apartment and you go, uh-oh, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, it's I fly for dick
You
and
fly
I
domestically.
get stuck there.
He did so much cocaine the first night, and
How much was it?
enough that he needed to pull out his daughter's play table as a vessel to do it because he
Oh.
couldn't do it regular style.
Oh, that's horrific.
Yeah, and I remember going, this is probably going to be one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know when something's so sad and you go, okay, let's take
This is happening.
Yeah, let's take a mental note.
Yeah.
Because this is probably going to stick with you for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And watching him take rails off of Dora the Explorer while I was sitting there sober was
Yeah.
like, I'm in a bad place.
Dude, I fucked a single dad once who we went into his bedroom and there was like clean laundry on the bed. And as he was moving his child's clothes off the bed, he said to me, yeah, I'm really into skull fucking. I was like, you could not be more evidently someone's father right now.
No. So this Jack Pig was getting ready to go on stage and he was
Yeah.
so confident.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
God. And he goes up and he just goes, I'm going to give you guys a minute to bask in this. And I was like, oh, you should be shot with a gun.
Yeah.
I didn't witness it because I was backstage, but I feel like he like put his hands up like,
Yeah.
get into this.
And even if he didn't, he did.
Yes. And
What was his hog like?
they were all fine.
Yeah.
There's no one with
It's just crazy to say, I'll give you a second to bask in this with your regular dick out.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. And I went, this
You better have an insane soft cock if you're
Yeah.
going to say that.
There was all regular soft cocks. Nothing crazy.
Is there such thing as an insane? Have you ever seen a shower?
Yes.
I haven't.
I've dated a shower.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm grower exclusive to this
Salute.
point.
Most people are growers.
I like a grower.
I mean, it's a surprise.
It's a fun surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also makes me feel accomplished.
Yes.
When it fully gets there, I'm like, yeah, we did that together.
Let's,
you know?
babe, it's you and me.
It's our big dick now.
And now I'm gonna. Well, and also, it's a relief from God if it's tiny.
Dude.
And you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to act my ass off.
Yeah.
And then it's normal.
And then it pops up and you're like, come on, baby.
Ooh, hallelujah.
By the way, if you have a small dick, we're not,
no,
we love you.
We love you.
We love you and
Will
you're
I?
okay. And I will. And I will.
You will.
I will. I'm happy to.
Yeah, good for you.
Oh my God. It's so much less work.
That's true. Doesn't even hit the back.
Yeah.
Doesn't even hit the fucking.
I love
Layup.
going it's tiny cock and then they fall in love with you.
Yeah. But they'll ghost you eventually.
They all do.
Yeah. So that was tough. So we're going to take a quick breather. But after the break, we will
Yeah.
talk about me almost rendering myself schizophrenic by doing a bong rips
Yes.
comedy show. And we're back, folks.
Yeah. We're back with more of Andrea's terrible choices.
I think they're good.
Can I, for the record,
Yes.
say that I straight up told you not to do this?
Everyone did.
Yeah, but I'm your best friend.
I know.
I know your brain. I live in your brain.
Yeah, you have the
And
blueprint.
I know what happens in there. And I knew what was going to happen in there. Dude, I literally planned my night to be like, I'm going to have to call Andrea and talk her off a fucking ledge because she's getting high in public, which is not something she can do.
I know. You're right. You do live in there.
Yeah.
That's
I'm in your
thing.
skin, dog.
That's what fucking besties do is that's like I anticipate every move 10
Yes.
moves ahead.
Yes.
Like I'm like they're going to do this and then it's like a chain reaction of chemistry.
Yeah.
And at the end of it it's me sobbing on the phone.
Yeah.
Or me whispering.
Yeah, you were. Well, tell the story and then I'll. Yeah.
God. So again, I'm a loser and I must get attention. So I accept a 420.
You are a stage whore.
I'm such a stage
And I am
whore.
too.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's relentless the things that I'll do.
Yeah.
So I did a 420 show where Now, they didn't tell us the full format of the show, by the way, which fuck you for this.
You knew going in that you had to get high.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. Okay, it's a bong rip show. This is how this goes. I am 34 years old, and I've chosen to do this voluntarily. Are you ready?
Let's also paint the picture that you do not smoke weed around people.
Do not smoke weed around people. If I do, it's like a little toke. I barely inhale.
And it's like a big deal.
Yes.
Like you like come up to me at a party and you're like, I think I'm going to smoke a little bit of weed.
It's like mommy's having fun. Mom's having a little white wine tonight.
Yeah.
It's
I go, be careful.
It's a little exciting.
I go, weed is different now. It's stronger.
Oh God.
Weed is getting smarter and stronger every day.
I know.
It's so scary.
And I'm the same.
I know.
I am the same. I have no
If not weaker.
I keep getting weaker and weaker, and I'm fighting stronger enemies.
Yeah.
So the format of this weed show is that you take a bong hit. Now I'll stop you here. I do not hit bongs.
Right.
Because I know I'm a weak little bitch. And I thought in my stupid bird brain,
Yep.
I'm like, I'll fake them out.
Yeah, you'll
fake
not
it.
inhale.
I'll not inhale. I'll do a tiny little bong hit.
Which,
hold
by
it
the
in.
way, every stoner would know.
Right.
Like, and the people at the show are stoners.
Yes.
Like, everybody would be like, she didn't inhale.
Yes.
But I don't think anyone would have the balls to say anything.
Sure.
But, like, they would know.
Absolutely. But I'm like, that's fine. I'll crush with material. I'll be a little stoned. I'll walk out. See ya. I'm the coolest guy in town. That's not what happened. So, by the way, we take a bong hit.
I so admire your, like,
delusional behavior.
Yeah.
It's what keeps me going.
because on regular shows, I'm like, I'm going to have the worst sit out of everybody. And you're always like, yeah, I'm probably going to crush and go home.
I'm probably going to do the most drugs I've done in 10 years.
You're like, I'm going to get
Crush.
naked and high, crush and go home. And I'm like, all right.
You gotta keep going in life.
Yes.
And there's ways that you do. And this is how
I do with men what you do with stand up.
Yes,
I'm like, this guy who specifically told me he doesn't like me that much is going to marry me.
Yep. And that's how you keep going.
Yeah. We love our things.
We do love our things. So you take the bong hit, you then do 2 minutes of stand up, which is short.
Which sounds like it would make it easier.
No.
Way harder.
Way harder. You have to
Way
be funny
harder.
immediately.
And and quickly. Like you have to be consistently quickly
A
funny.
sniper.
Yeah.
And then what they didn't tell us is there's a dais and they roast you afterwards.
Hilarious.
And then they give you a rating.
You know how everyone's fear when they're high is that someone's going to be like, you're too high?
Yes.
This is like that on steroids.
It's crazy. And by the way, the dais was like nobody I respected.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better because the last time I really smoked weed before I quit, like I have like since then I would like get drunk enough to do it, but like smoked weed.
Yeah.
I was like hanging out at this guy I went to college with. I was hanging out at his apartment and there was 3 dudes and they were all older and cooler than me.
Oh.
And I wanted them to, and I had a crush on one of them.
That's
And all I wanted was for them to like me, you know? And we smoked a blunt and I was sitting there and I was like doing that thing where I was so high that I just wasn't like moving or breathing.
Yeah, you're like, what if I 1, 2, 3 touch?
Yeah, you know how like
1, 2, 3.
You know how like normal people who are totally handling their shit act.
Yes. You're like, is this anything?
So we're watching Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen an episode yet of, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, if I don't move, nobody will see me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And then the guy I had a crush on turned to me and goes, "You're too high, aren't you?"
Oh.
And I stood up, didn't say a word, and walked out. And then called my best friend at the time and was like, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yes.
And he was like, I think you need to quit smoking weed. And none of those guys ever talked to me again.
Yeah. I mean, you did the right thing by leaving. If you'd been like, no, it would have been even more
But
embarrassing.
I didn't do the right thing by silently leaving.
No.
Like, just like a ghost.
Babe, you did your best.
Yeah, I did.
You did your best.
I did do my best.
I actually, the last time I ripped a bong was in college.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with a guy who I asked to prom in high school. He said no. Okay. I'm getting hotter. He's getting less hot. We've reached a window where we can fuck.
We're meeting in the middle.
And I'm like, I'm going to your place. Oh, we're going to hang out. Oh, okay.
Smoke a little weed.
High school Andrea is like, you fucking do me proud.
You've done this.
You finally did it. So I hit the bong, drink half a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Nice.
And I'm so fucking, it's the same thing. I feel like I feel like I'm peeing my pants.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Yeah, that's such a thing.
Where I'm like not sure if I've peed my pants.
Yeah.
So I'll be subtly like touching my crotch.
Yeah.
And being like,
or like walking by like a reflective surface and like looking in it. Like you walk by a TV and you're like, I can't tell if this looks wet or if this is a shadow.
Or you're checking the chair like, oh, I dropped something.
Oh, you're like touching the chair under your butt.
I know.
Dude, it's the two things are, did I pee my pants and am I having a heart attack?
Yes.
And the way I used to get when I would smoke weed would be like, I know that every time I smoke weed, I feel like I pissed my pants and I'm having a heart attack. But what
Why
if
do we do
but
this
what
drug?
if and so like I'd be like, so you're not because you're just high on weed. But then I'd be like,
Right.
but what if this is the one
This is the
time,
time.
where I happen to be high while I'm pissing my pants having a heart attack?
It's like,
And then I go to the emergency room.
it's the same cycle.
Weed makes me, I swear to God, like fully in a state of psychosis.
I know.
Like I am out of my mind.
Out of my mind.
And then people have the audacity to be like, it's medicine. And I'm like, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Craziest drug imaginable. Now imagine that feeling
I know.
in front of everybody.
And this is why I told you not to do
I know. So I go up. Everyone's doing fine. Actually, everyone was doing like some people better than others, but like it's very hard.
Yeah.
You know? And it was all freaks on the lineup, obviously. There was this guy who has a brain injury that we know from a time back who just
Oh, I
steps
love this
back
guy.
and forth.
I did that guy's weed show.
I did that guy's weed show.
And the
too.
cops came and I was contact high. I didn't even smoke weed at the time. And literally, dude, I was outside the room where the show was.
Yeah.
And like 6 cops walked by.
Yeah.
And then that guy was like, you're next. And I had to go on stage and just stare at the door and like not tell the audience that the cops were outside. And I don't know what this guy's hookup is, but I got off stage and they had left.
Dude, this guy.
Wait, Andrea, real quick. Mike, the producer, piping in here.
Yes, yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Is this the man with the brain injury that I also know from back in the day, or is it a different?
Ed.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
don't
thinking
think
of a
it is.
different
I
brain
think
injury person.
he started like after me.
Oh, you're thinking of fucking
Don't say the name, but yes.
So,
Okay, I had a funny story for obviously make fun of somebody with a brain injury.
yeah, I mean,
but-
we love making fun of
Obviously.
people with the brain.
all right, sorry for fucking up your
No,
story.
no,
Go ahead.
you're good.
No.
No, this guy's actually magical, and I think he has the most New York City hookups I've ever met in my life.
This is what I'm saying. He got the like this was before weed was legal.
Yeah, I know.
And he was giving away free, like it was like an open weed bar.
Yes.
So there was like pounds of weed in this place.
Yeah.
And I got off stage and the cops were just gone.
Yeah, I know.
Who are you?
He's incredible.
I mean, besides a white guy.
The whitest guy imaginable. He looks like a gallon of
He's
milk.
also from the part of Brooklyn where cops are made.
Yes.
So like he probably knows all of them
He
personally.
knows everyone. He looks like a gallon of milk in a baseball hat.
Yes.
He's brain damaged, and he sued the company. He got injured on the job, and he sued the company that he worked for and got millions of dollars.
Love it.
Now he just like gives weed to everybody.
I know.
And has his best life. I love this guy. I was
Yeah.
actually thrilled to see him. I did a show for him. I took a ferry.
I know.
To go to. What is wrong with me?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know. I took a ferry. He was hosting a show in the far Rockaways, which is deep Brooklyn.
It's Long Island.
It's Long Island. It's hosted by him and a guy who has basically non-functioning autism.
Yeah.
And I get there, and the audience has
Respectfully.
respect.
Not in like a, this isn't in like a joking, we're making fun of him way. Like diagnosed non-functioning
100%.
autism.
100%. We are
like,
not being
Yeah.
hurtful about this person. This person like needs care.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's doing stand-up comedy, which is the worst thing for someone
Yeah.
in his condition to be doing.
Yeah, he's like borderline nonverbal doing stand-up comedy. It's crazy.
It's very bad. It's
brave.
It's very brave, very brave, very bad. So I get there. Half the audience is people from his like autism like house.
Yeah.
And then half the people is all like really cool, mostly black people. And I was like, what are these black people doing
Yeah.
in the whitest, most racist part of New York?
Yeah.
And also like very just fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I find out the weed guy hooks all these people up with free weed. So they're there being like, we're supporting our guy. We have never
Yeah.
had a stranger split of
Yeah,
audiences.
also the guy who hooks them up with free weed is like, if you said draw a racist,
yes.
this is what he looks like.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's there fucking.
Because he's like cool.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty cool.
He's not like he's not like charismatic or smooth, but he is nice and has free weed.
Respectfully.
And he's wearing a tracksuit.
He's a pretty cool guy. In my books, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
There's people who think they're cool. This guy, effortlessly
Yes.
cool. He goes, one of his bits was, do you think Jesus was good at basketball?
Hilarious.
And I'm like, that's funnier than any stupid
Also-
I'm bisexual bullshit I've heard in Brooklyn in 10 years.
Also, yeah, I do.
Jesus dunked.
Yeah.
He was Jesus.
You can't walk on water and not dunk.
It's an incredible premise. Sometimes crazy people,
Are so good at premises, bad at punchlines.
bad at everything else. He's
Yeah.
going like this.
But sometimes I'm like, your mind.
I want to dilute
your
it.
ideas.
We're just crazy. We think they're incredible. Everyone's like, what is this person saying?
I know.
I stick
Every
with that.
actual audience is like, there was no basketball during Jesus times. And we're both like, is this guy a genius?
This is Andy Kaufman level shit.
Yeah.
So he's there. He's melting like a candle.
Yeah.
And then I go up last and I hit the bong, okay? And obviously I hit the bong.
Yes.
I hit it so hard. People were like, "Whoa." Like I
Yeah.
was like the all-star bong hitter. I blew weed in the front row's face like I
course you
fucking
did.
thought I was Johnny Cash. And then I started shaking like a tiny dog.
How long was it between when you hit the bong and when you started doing stand-up? Was it immediate or was there a break?
I didn't do stand-up.
Well, got on stage, I mean. Like, was there like a few minutes or was it like you hit the bong and you get on stage?
Hit the bong and you get on
Okay.
stage. You hit the bong on stage.
I'm just trying to get like
Yeah.
yeah.
I hit
So you got super high within seconds.
seconds.
Yeah.
Milliseconds.
Awesome.
I blow it in their face and I go, I don't know if I can form a sentence right now.
Yeah.
I was holding a water bottle. I was shaking.
Yeah, this is the kind of high you get where you become religious.
Yes.
And
yes.
you start bargaining with God and you're like,
Yes.
if you just make this feeling go away, I'll like do like sorry about all the premarital sex. Can you take this away from my
Sorry
brain
about
now?
the abortions.
Yeah.
I will become a monk.
Yes.
In order to stop this pain.
Yeah.
I was shaking like a tiny little, those little white dogs that are like,
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
one of those. And people were like, oh, like everyone was like scared.
You should have just like faked a seizure and gotten out of there. Just fucking.
I was panicking, thinking of things to do. I'm like, I don't think I can say anything. I sat on the ground and was like,
Good.
I made a mistake. I don't use it. And then drinking the water and then doing that. I think I did that for about 30 seconds.
Which when you're high feels like an hour.
So I don't know how I could take this.
Yeah.
You know when something's so scary that you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna, how do I
Be okay.
take it?
Well, the other thing is you and I are both like so on the precipice of being insane at all times.
Yes.
That when we get fucked up, our brain immediately goes, I'm going to be like this
This
forever.
is it. You did it.
You ruined
Oh,
it.
you had to
ruined
do
it.
a weed show.
Yeah.
And now you live in a group home and you brush people's hair
Yeah.
for hours on end.
Yeah. This is how you and I end up lobotomized sitting next to each other going, I used to do stand-up comedy.
Yes.
And a nurse is like, okay, honey.
I did a bong show with
Yeah.
the guy who got a head injury and now I'm him.
Yeah, I'm like, I used to be a hot slut. And they're like, eat your pudding and shut up, lady.
And we're all busted and
Yeah.
fucked up.
Just tits sagging, lobotomized.
Our tits are on the ground. We're like, we were on Comedy Central Digital.
Yeah. And we weren't.
I'm trying to drop my credits to like a tired nurse.
I'm like, have you heard of Sirius XM?
I did a shitty political show there once that I knew nothing about. So I'm shaking like a dog. And then I eventually I stand up and I tried, and everyone's tense. Everyone's like scared.
Yeah.
It's not like, whoa, cool. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this lady's in trouble.
She cannot handle her shit.
No, exactly. Humiliating. So then I'm like, you guys like draw? And then I start laughing again. And I'm like, this is a mistake. I can't do it. And then I'm back on the ground again.
Also insane to open your set of a weed show with you guys like drugs.
It's like so.
That's literally like going up at a regular show and being like, do you guys like stand-up comedy?
I'm doing barely observations about my surroundings. Then you saved me.
I know.
You're an angel from heaven who saved me. I was wearing a hat that says executive producer Dick Wolf, and the stoner in the front, birthday
Which I
present,
got you.
crushed it.
Great gift.
Great
we love
gift.
SVU.
Great gift. The guy in the front who's a stoner, I had allies in the front who were like on my side.
Yeah.
And he goes, great hat. And then in my mind, I go, I'm going to sing the Law and Order SVU song.
Yeah.
Because that's all I have.
Yeah.
So I just started going, dun dun bum bum dun dun, and then I'd go bum bum dun 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 bum bum, and they all started singing with me,
Which is awesome.
incredible. Like what a hero's return.
Yeah.
And then I'm going in the criminal justices. Like that's all I had in me was like sounds and like music.
Nothing you've thought of.
Nothing. No. No.
Just like memories.
Just something from the environment I can pull.
Yeah.
And so then they were into it, and people and like the comics were into it. I mean, it was a spectacle. It's not like, oh, I'm so talented. It's like, look at this idiot just pulling through.
It was a sing along.
It was a sing along.
Yeah.
Then I tried to do stand up again, and they were like, no.
Yeah, you can't.
And then I made them sing the Canadian national anthem,
Which nobody knows.
which nobody knows. And I sang
Gun
it.
to my head, couldn't sing it.
Oh, Canada.
That's the only part I got.
Our home, a native land. Did the full song. It's like 7 minutes long.
Do you bring up geese in it?
No, there's no
I always
mention
thought
of
there was
geese.
I always thought there was geese in it.
True patriot love.
What a wacky country.
Our sons. Okay, you're gonna be real excited to go there when you run out of clean water.
Baby, they're not gonna have clean water either.
Yeah,
Nobody's
that's fair.
gonna.
That's fair. So I'm singing the Canadian national anthem.
I'll be long dead, by the way.
yeah, you will
By
be.
the time we're out of clean water, I will have a bullet in my head.
Yeah, you're not really a fighting for water kind of bitch.
Dude, I've already told my friends they can eat me.
Yeah, I'll eat you.
Snack on me. I'm out.
I'll
I don't
eat
want
you.
to fight for this.
Let's take a little break and then we'll finish the story up.
Yep.
And we're back, okay?
We're at the Canadian theme song part of the story.
God, how? Like, you know when you get in a situation where you're like, I woke up this morning and I wasn't like, you're going to get so high, you're almost asphyxiate on stage, and then you're going to sing the Law and Order song and then the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get roasted by people you do not respect.
Yes.
But someone said something to me, you know, the thing. So someone said to me, who let this wacky aunt on stage? And that hurt my feelings so much.
Which is so weird to me because you're like a wacky aunt.
I know. That's why it hurts.
Also, like, you've called me a MILF a bunch of times.
I know. I give it and I can't take it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you're a delicate flower.
I am a delicate flower. I'm a big pussy.
You call me a MILF and I just have to go, okay, I guess I'm a MILF now. I'm 26 and a MILF.
And some loser comedian calls me a wacky aunt and I like
just lose it.
Lose it. By the way, I did very well score-wise.
Yeah.
Because it was such a fucking stupid spectacle.
Yes.
Like, and then I went outside and I was so scared. So scared.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know if it's my bipolar brain or if it's high and anxiety. I'll never know.
It's probably both.
But it's like the thoughts are coming so fast. It's like, I'm like the Fibonacci sequence. This is the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you're like on the limitless drug,
Yes.
but it's all like your worst nightmares.
yes. I'm like, people get raped to death.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Always with that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to not act high, and I'm so fucking high.
That's the thing you have to never do.
I know.
If you're too high, you have to just lean in and go like, I'm so fucking high right now that I'm freaking out. And then everybody's like, cool, we'll pet you like a horse.
Yes, I needed to be petted like a horse. And a friend of ours was came outside and talked to me and pet me like a horse. But I was like, I don't think I can get on the train right now. Getting on the New York City subway, as it currently is, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
The level of mental illness that is rampant in the city right now is like unprecedented.
Yeah.
And including me. on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, you're the crazy guy
I'm not
on
like,
the train.
oh, everyone's crazy.
Yeah. You're also like everybody who talks shit about New York is like all these crazy people who are high on the train.
Yes.
And you're literally crazy and high on the train.
100%. I'm doing the thoughts where I'm thinking about society. You know, when you go there, bad area. I'm thinking about racism. I'm thinking about systemic poverty.
Misogyny.
I'm thinking of big ideas. And big ideas are bad ideas.
Yes.
I always say that. If you start to go big ideas, I always say that.
You never said that.
I'm saying it right now. Big ideas, bad
ideas.
BB.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
I know, but here's the thing. You know when you've been crazy high before, you know, like you said with the pissing your pants, you're like, this is all the time. This is every single time. So I would hit the precipice of like race war. And then I'll be like,
no.
Pull it. And then it would be like, but it's the truth and you have to pull it. So I'm doing that. I finally get the courage to get on the train. I'm in a different borough. I'm like an hour away from home.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. I'm like, I think I'm in a good enough place to get on the train. I get on the train. We're crossing a bridge. This is the thing. Usually train stops a few minutes in between. There's one that goes from Brooklyn to Queens. You're going across a bridge.
Yeah.
You can't get out. This is it. You're in the tube and whoever you're with, you're with.
Yeah, you're trapped.
A guy comes on and he's like, I fucking hate you. I'm going to kill every single person. And I'm like,
nope.
Yep. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
I couldn't take that. I get scared of that sober. Anyone would be scared of that.
Yeah.
And guess who he sat directly next to?
You.
Obviously me.
Yeah.
Obviously me. He's opening the windows in the train.
I hate that.
Why are you opening the windows?
Why do you know that you can?
I don't like that.
I hate it.
You have a bag
So scary.
that has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, there's a gun in there.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
100% a gun in there.
Or like worse.
Someone's head.
Yeah, or
That
like a possum.
I didn't even think about
He's gonna like kill you with a possum.
He's gonna launch them. It's gonna be on my neck.
Yeah.
You know, in Superbad, when he's trying to go buy liquor illegally.
Yeah.
And he runs all the simulations in his head.
Yes.
And one of them is the security guard like breaks a bottle and like slits his throat.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
That's where you are.
Yeah. And I'm looking at everybody being like, you're the last people I'll see.
Yeah.
And then I just started being like, countdown from 100, 100, 99, 98. Like that is all I could do to keep myself together.
Yeah.
And then I got off the train in Upper Manhattan. And then I was like, oh, this is why people are rich, because rich areas are safe.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm taking an Uber right now.
Yeah.
$65.
Worth it.
$65. I wouldn't have made, I don't know if I would have been able to make it home.
Yeah.
I would have been lost.
$65 is worth your sanity, dude.
Yeah. I would have split into two people.
I literally texted you before you got on the train and I was like, I will get you an Uber to me. And you were like, it's gonna be like $30.
So stupid.
So dumb.
I went into Manhattan when I could have just gotten home.
Yeah.
And I called you and I was whispering in the car.
Yeah, you go, I can't talk because I'm in an Uber. And I was like, Andrea, everyone in history has talked on the phone in an Uber.
I didn't want to be disrespectful because I was like,
the driver's probably on the phone.
But then I was like, maybe the driver will kill me. So now we're in a second
For talking
mode
on
of
the phone in an Uber.
Yes, because I'm like, we're in a second mode of transportation. Every person is someone I have to trust with my life in my mind.
Yeah.
And now it's this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to disrespect you, sir, in your vehicle. I'm being hyper polite. I called you. You did something that's beautiful.
I just started telling you about how bad my life was.
Yes, and it was awesome.
I was like, here's all the ways that I've lost my dignity recently. You want to get in on this conversation? And I just rapid fire was like, this person, I don't know. Like, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I know the one thing I got to was like, I was running out of horrible things to tell you about my life. So I was like, I have a weird rash.
Yeah. That one really got me.
Yeah. I was like, I have a weird, and I knew it was like from shaving.
Yeah.
Like it went away the next day.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have a weird rash. What do you think about that?
Mistake.
Yeah. Because then you decided I was going to die in my sleep.
I was like, Lizzie's got some weird loser's sex rash. Like, you gotta, okay. Like, you're not the losers, but
but if
banged,
No.
All right.
We both know that if you get a weird loser sex rash, you also become a weird loser. You can't have the rash and not be the guy.
It's like, I have to leave her behind.
Yeah.
She's going to die.
Yeah.
I was like, she's going to get gangrene from that German guy in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to sever her limbs to save her.
Yeah.
And then she's going to be a stump.
And then you're going to have to carry me around in a backpack for the rest of our lives.
I literally thought it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and then you kept texting. You didn't tell me this, but you kept texting me going, have you gone to the... So at 2 a.m., I tell you I have a rash because I'm out of things to say. The next morning at 7 a.m., you text me, have you gone to the doctor yet? And I was like, how, dude? In what universe? Do you think I went to the emergency room and I was like, I shaved too hard? Like... I was like, in what universe have I gone to the fucking doctor about this?
and the doctor is just our brain damaged friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got a salve for that.
Yeah, he spits on it.
In my mind, that's how the world works now. I'm like, this is who I am. But I laid in the arms of my wonderful boyfriend who was so annoyed at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry. But
And I went to sleep alone with a rash.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in some ways I won, in a lot of ways I lost. But
Yeah.
it's not a competition.
No, I just am painting a picture for us.
What a mistake.
Yeah.
Ugh. Let's wrap this up with a respectfully segment.
Yes.
But let's take a quick break first. All right. Now, we're respectfully.
Yeah. Well, this was one of the things I was bitching to you about when you were high.
Uh-huh.
Because I keep running into these dudes that will talk to me on dating apps
Yeah.
for like days, like 3 or 4 days, and then be like, by the way, I'm in an open relationship.
Hitting you with the ethical non-monogamy.
Fuck you.
Fuck
dude.
you.
Whose ethics?
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're like, no, it's ethical because I told you it was, so deal with it.
That's how ethics work, you know?
What?
I just say, anyone who says they're ethical is out of their mind.
Yes.
Just say, me and my girlfriend, I don't respect her. And so I told her that I wanted to fuck other chicks and just say I was ethical.
And she can just be cool with it.
What a mind fuck.
This is what they do. So like, and this is the thing. And I was about to say that this doesn't apply to all of them, but I don't fucking care. No. If you're in a relationship and fucking everybody, I'm punching up. Okay? Fuck you.
Yes.
Anyways, this is what they do. They go, oh no, it's ethical because my girlfriend has this list of rules that I abide by.
Yeah.
Which means, based on the list of rules, I have to invite you. I have to come to your apartment.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes.
Come and never talk to you again.
Spit on
I can't
you.
take you to a bar.
No.
I can't have a conversation with you. I can't text you while my girlfriend is with me because I'm ethical and these are her rules and you're a hole. It's crazy. It's crazy that these people are like, aren't I a nice guy?
It's the loop, the hack that these Bushwick scumbags have found.
I know.
Is so, and then they're like, aren't you sex positive? Wait, aren't you sex
They
positive?
go, you're not going to let me fuck you in the ass? I thought you were a feminist.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, I thought, are you an old school monogamous fucking grandma?
I know.
And then always the ethical non-monogamy fake feminist fucks eventually talk shit about their girlfriend
They
to you.
love to talk shit about their girlfriend
love
to
it.
you.
They're like, you're fun and cool. I can tell you about my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she lets you fuck whores.
I know.
You should be building a room for her to paint in.
I know.
It's insane.
You should be washing her feet when she gets home.
Yes.
Which, by the way, you're also probably into, you fucking
You sick
perverts.
little fuck.
Fuck you.
I know.
And they're always like, yeah, I mean, like, she's cool or whatever, but she would never let me, you know, like, and it's not even like a sex thing. They're like, she doesn't let me vape in the house like you do. And you're like, okay.
It's always like,
You mean your marital bed, you freak?
you just start saying that. Like, I want you to fuck me in your marital bed. And
well, they never
it.
fuck you at their apartment.
No. Well, one of my E&M people was like lived separately from his girlfriend. They'd been together for like 15 years. This girl wanted nothing more than to live together.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's going to interfere with my fuck schedule.
Fuck
How dare you?
It is insane what women in New York City will accept as okay. It's so hard to get into a relationship as a woman in New York City. Literally, like 99% of men won't commit to you.
No.
Because the city is crawling with hot women.
I know.
So they always think there's something better out there. They won't commit to you. So then when a guy is like, what if I just like tell you you're my favorite? We're like, okay, sure. You want me to make you dinner every night?
Oh, don't show me the whores you're texting, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You're not okay with it.
You're not okay with it. Don't stop lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Okay?
Get off your fucking back, dude. It's so embarrassing.
I mean, I think the only way ethical non-monogamy is a real thing is if both people fuck around or they fuck around together.
I agree. And also, they either both came into it having done it in the past and were like, this is what works for me, or they were together for so long that it's like, I know you're not going anywhere.
Yes.
And like those people will like let the guy be nice to you.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like they'll pick out a little outfit for him to take you out to dinner.
Yeah.
And like that's fine. That's cool. Like, and also they're honest about it.
Yes.
But then like, oh my God, there was this one guy on Field that I was talking to.
Field is where E&Ms live.
I hate Field. Dude.
I love it.
Field is supposed to be like freaky, sex positive, kinky.
Yeah.
But when you're a girl like me who like mostly fucks men, they're all just like, this is the app where I use you like a glory hole.
Yes.
Dude, side story. I met a guy from Field, blew him. He came on my face before I even took my shoes off.
Ugh.
And then he just handed me a dry paper towel. And I was like, do you want to do anything else? And he was like, well, if you give me a few minutes, you can blow me again. For free, Mike. For free.
These people walk around.
But
and you know what?
Other guy, the guy I was going to talk about, the E&M guy, he fucking tricked me into having full-blown phone sex with him.
That's insane.
And then was like, do you want to hang out sometime? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, but at the time I was like, I don't know. Something was going on with it was when my apartment didn't have heat.
Yeah.
So I was like, classic. So I was like, yeah, but you can't come over here. My apartment doesn't have heat, but I can come to you. And he goes, oh, you can't come over here. I live with my girlfriend. You just had phone sex with me minutes ago. You went into the bathroom and jerked off on the phone with me while your girlfriend laid in the bed you share.
I feel like I prefer unethically non-monogamous.
Just cheat on her.
Just cheat on her.
It's insane.
And hide it.
And like, it's one thing to do that, but like to not tell me is insane.
And then these fucking scumbags always are feminists.
I know.
Always.
I know.
Male
Take off your nail polish and cheat on your wife.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Be a man.
I know.
And disrespect your wife in the open instead of this weird, I read Sex at Dawn garbage.
Yes.
That somehow you're a better person than like married people with children. How? How is that possible?
And they act like you're a moron for believing in monogamy.
I know.
They act like you believe in Santa Claus. And you're like, sorry, I don't want my boyfriend to fuck whoever he wants. Like, dude, the other one is the guys who are like single. And they go, by the way, just so you know, I'm ethically non-monogamous. And it's like, yeah, man, I also am fucking whoever.
Right.
You're not in a relationship. Oh, you're a stupid slut?
Yes.
Cool.
So am I.
Yeah.
Let's fuck for a few months and then never talk to each other again. You're not a philosopher.
It's one thing to use a woman as a whole.
Yes.
It's another thing to use a woman as a whole and then preach at her about how you're a good guy. You've never asked me once what I think about anything.
I know.
And you're going to tell me that you're a better guy than me?
It's crazy.
Fuck you.
We're good guys.
We're good guys.
We're out here being good guys.
I just said I would suck anybody's little dick.
I know.
Well, not anybody's. Don't fucking DM me.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I like you and you got a little one, I'll pop it in there.
Pop it in like
You
a
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
Skittle.
Yeah, whatever.
Roll it around.
I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
And then these fucking nice guys
Nice guys.
come into my life and are like, talk to me. They go, they're talking to me on the apps. The other night, I was with you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's texting me. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking, I'm going to take you on a date, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, by the way, just so you know, I'm in an open relationship. And I just texted back, should have led with that.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking for hours. And then he goes, well, we were having a good conversation, so I wanted to let it breathe. That's why you should have led with it.
Yes.
Because we were having a good conversation, and now I'm like bummed.
Yes.
You know?
Because
if it was in your bio, I never would have talked to you.
ethical
And they know that.
Yes, they know
And that's
that.
why they know, because they want me to like them enough to be like, I'll give it a shot. I've given it a shot. I hate you.
E&M is cake and eat it too behavior.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And they always think they're the most original person alive.
And like I'm saying, like there are ways to do it.
Yeah.
Like 100%. There are ways to be like,
You don't think me and my slut ass boyfriend are probably going to have a gangbang in Germany? Sure we are. But we're in a committed relationship.
yeah.
He doesn't go missing for hours and then like side text some lady in the bathroom. You don't respect me.
Yeah.
And the fact that they pretend they do is insane.
It's insane. And it's like, I hate feminism that's like, hey, you're a feminist. How about you give bad men the one thing they want from you?
Yeah.
Isn't that good feminism? Fuck. Do you think I'm so dumb?
And the answer is
And the answer is yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, if you're letting your boyfriend do that to you, you're so dumb.
You're so dumb. Yeah. You are.
I mean, I don't want to I do think it's his fault.
Yes.
He's like so bad and you're so dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone once.
Also, like, I'm sure we're like pissing off the polyamorous community. There's no more annoying community to piss off.
Dude.
Like, you're going to DM me and tell me it's your sexuality. Fuck off. Fuck you. Fucking whoever you want is not your sexuality.
Polyamorous people are always going on cruises.
Oh my God.
How many group activities do you people need? How do you all like talking to each other? Also, polyamorous.
They don't. That's why they don't talk to you.
Also,
they talk at you.
Yes.
And then they come on you.
Yes.
And you don't come and you don't get to talk.
Polyamorous people are always doing this. Okay, right? Here, we're talking. We're having a normal conversation.
Yes.
Guess what?
Touch.
Yeah.
And it's a weird touch.
It's a weird touch.
It's always like they'll like walk up behind you and just like massage one shoulder. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Get your ponytail so far away from me.
It's always like, I wanted to break the touch barrier. And you're like,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw you across
It's
the
like,
room.
oh, what's this? My kimono fell open. And you're like, you shouldn't have been wearing one in the first place. We're at a restaurant.
It falls open and they go, oops.
Oopsie.
I'm bad. You're a dork. You're a sex dork.
Yeah, if you need a spreadsheet to schedule your sex,
You're
a fucking dork.
Loser tool.
Yeah, just get regular laid.
Yes.
Stop.
Why do you need fanfare?
I know.
Why do you need a party where we all wear tuxedos?
It's like people who have like a sex room.
Yes.
And it's like,
don't talk about my dad like that.
well, your dad's like a weird dork.
Yeah, he is a
It's
weird
like
dork, yeah.
it's like theater kid sex.
Yes.
Like people who are like, I have special lighting and like here's like an aromatic mist. And then they're like, oh, would you like to look in my drawer full of toys and costumes?
Aromatic mist.
It's like, you're a fucking theater kid, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I have sex.
Time to play.
Play is the worst.
They fucking take their arm out. They have a feather. They're like,
do you like this?
scintillating.
They're like, you know, the body has more erogenous zones than you're aware of.
If you fucking hit me with erogenous zone, it's going red. My pussy is dry.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up on you.
Well, I'm glad that we've alienated the
Fuck
kink
'em.
community. Fuck
Who
'em.
needs them?
Fuck 'em. Man, this has been a beautiful time.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, follow you, DM you, ask if they can use you like a whole?
Dude, DM me a paragraph about how I'm wrong about polyamory so I can show my friends and call you a nerd.
Yes.
My Instagram is at Lizzy Cassidy, Lizzy with a Y.
Yeah.
And everything else, my other podcast, Close Calls, and my Twitter, everything is linked in the bio there.
Great pod. If you love this pod, you'll love that pod.
Yeah.
And if you're in the sex positive community, I do have a sex podcast and it's fun and cool. I created it because I didn't want to talk to fucking dorks. And that is Dog Pig. There's one season out. I'm sure there'll be another one at some point. So check that out. And check me out at Andrea Comedy 69 on Instagram. It all goes through there. TikTok, Andrea Comedy 69.
Yeah.
And fansly.com/dogpig69.
If you want to see those sweet tits.
If you want to see my boyfriend, rail me.
Also, you can follow us at respectfully_pod on Instagram.
Yes, you can.